after conceding a goal so quickly. And back in the middle again as Rowell able to feed it through.
Great. That wraparound play or a bit of defensive pressure for the Eagles.
Rowell was cleanest to get it.
When there's an opportunity, he'll get in for those.
The stoppage, hitting it with pace and away is Rowell, who drives the Suns in. McGovern drifts back.
At the point where you need to change, Scully, and it's an extra number around the ball before you put one behind.
Rowell crashing through. Eagles get some disruption. Elijah Hewitt on his return. Spills to Ethan.
Bucket out down here.
Well, he's not on the golf course as the ball goes long. Ethan Reid in the air. Opposed to Archer. Now Jeff.
Separation.
Witt's front position. Try to hit it down the throat. Here is Rowell, who got that separation. And will send it high to the top of the square. King! Although was up to the task. Just short of Rowell. Couldn't take it first time. Clean on the second. And space to roll around too onto the left boot. Graham try to get rid of it. Now it's Rowell. Huge fend off. And just with strength, brute.
Might be out of reach.
Witt's down to the front. Rowell trying to burst through again. Arms clear.
What do you say at half time if you're Gold Coast? It's probably just keep doing what you've been doing.
Reid couldn't take the mark. Hutchinson kept it in play. Made it tough for Duggan. Rowell wrenches him in a strong tackle. Handball through. Witt's able to mop it up. Rowell feels like he's been everywhere. Back now in the middle. Witt's knocking it down. Graham crashing through. Will's list. Witt's with a nice hit that time down the throat of Anderson. Tough to combat. Releases Rowell from 50. Stings it in. Long, almost perfection. Andrew McQualter watching on. Let's see if his team can free. He couldn't clear it. Butterick. Rowell steps. Oh, he's strong enough to get away to.
Disposal efficiency is king.
Flanders just went short.
Is that 15?
Well, the crowd don't think so, Joey. But that's not the first sloppy handball we've seen from Melbourne today, is it?
Off to Noble. Goes from 40. Caught Melbourne. Throwing inside 50. Rowell. First possession, as he so often does. And again, there's time for more. Rowell on the left. Keeps it low. There's Humphrey. Once again. Rivers had Viney. Well done from Rioli. Got the fist in. Now the running gun's on. Rowell sees Reid in space. Took the mark.
That's what was so good. A grippo man, Joey.
Just a little bit. You've got to get the right amount, Jono.
Right.
Too much can make it too sticky. They're away here, the Suns. Humphrey tried to get it to Langford. It might be the young man that can lift them, but there's Rowell. Terrific tackle. And then goes and gets the footy himself. And then dances around and found the user in real. Kick didn't really favour Henderson. And Rowell again. So
Gold Coast. I'm not sure where you go to there, though.
this man again. He's been awesome, Rowell. Draws the man, Oliver. But this man, Rowell, has been too good today. He burns off Clayton Oliver, tucks under his arm, almost toying with him. Kicks to the top of the square. Considering that shuffling, positional changes he's thinking about making in this fourth quarter to give themselves a chance. Rowell. Handball went plus 22 on the inside 50s. 56 to 34. Enjoys a well-earned break. Rowell with another centre clearance.
It's going to happen at home because that's the way it worked last year.
As you said, we'll find out more next week when Adelaide come to town. He's starting on ball, and there is Anderson Rowell. We'll be calling that combination a lot this afternoon. Drives it in deep. Two of the stars of the competition, Dawson and Rowell at their feet. There they are in this contest. The tap down to Rowell, who got boot to ball just in time and hits the post.
A concern.
Like Andrew did miss the start of the season with that chest injury that he sustained in the pre-season. Rowell's been busy early. Not sure where he wants to go. Rankin did well to apply enough pressure, but the kick's brilliant. Hinge went without it. Opens the door for the Suns. Rowell, low and hard to Walter. Went without it. Hasn't quite been at his absolute best so far, Matty Rowell. Draper, but there he is making amends with some defensive pressure. Weller. Adelaide are up for it though. Rowell just throws it on the boot. It's going to be towards. Might make them pay this time. Witts. Rowell has players everywhere inside 50, and it wasn't by design. Back to Andrew. Now Rowell in the right spot, stood tall, and they've got runners through the corridor here, the Gold Coast. It's Ainsworth. He has to keep his eye on it. Top in the first half. Now it feels like the forward lines from both sides really finding their groove. These centre clearances have been crucial. Missed 1 week with a quad, but been in pretty good form, as have most of the Suns. Speaking of good form, one of the hottest players in the competition with a centre bounce clearance. Rowell drives it in deep.
Fine. Everything out wide on the 45.
The Suns get their numbers at the drop of the ball here. Rowell. Forward handball for Miller, who... Closey. Back to Rowell. And now Joel Jeffrey has some time and space. Logue goes towards a contest. Rowell. Here's Reed. Another high...
Heels for a free kick because he says, I missed it. He knew where the ball was going to land.
Kick off the ground. Long just being in the right spot at the right... Already Logue missed O'Sullivan. So has to go back and try and clean up his own mess. Rowell pinned the arm. Holding the ball.
Well done, though.
Handball was at the shoelaces of Miller, who made it look good. Rowell with strength. Got it to Flanders. Dangerous.
On the ball and the opposition when they got the footy.
The all-important first goal of that third term. Going the
way.
This time the Rucks don't get to the contest. Rowell tries to drive those legs and burst out the front of the back. Has had a few times they just run themselves into trouble and they turn the ball over. Rowell got it to Clarkey. Tried to tap the ball down, but there was only Suns there. Weller, now Rowell. Ains, time is left. Can they take a mark late in the quarter or at ground level? Rowell got the fend off, got the snap, and that is an unbelievable goal. The flex from Matty Rowell. The Suns getting on top around the stoppages, and they're now getting on top in the game. Rowell again. Oh, Simpkin, he had some players working inside 50. This could be costly. Rowell, Anderson, time and space.
To play below himself. And that allows Common to go forward now.
There's Rowell again.
And Hopper company in this stoppage. Witts in the path of Rowell. Good tackle behind by Green. Now Ainsworth just tries to behind in the opening 5 minutes. The way of the Tigers and their supporters have found some voice. And Rowell, he's fighting the football. Takes a bounce by hand.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It was a double banger.
So Rioli providing pressure, holding the ball, and just a bit of relief. And Rowell stands up in the Weller tackle. Not sure how he got rid of it. Humphrey comes again. Rowell, Miller, good. Rioli will stay down. Lynch has got 2 to beat in the air. Does well to bring it to ground. Rowell, yet another possession forward by hand.
This elevates the kick to half forward. Walter came out, at least created the contest. Rowell given too much space, turned around, kicked towards the 100-gamer.
Witts down to Miller, another possession for Rowell, number 12. Forced to go on the left, down towards Humphries, takes a good grab.
His ribs there as he was coming down. I think it was accidental, but he is sore at the moment, Del.
Loston, 21 disposals in the first half. Just powering through.
In there, Collins did well, and so did Powell, and now Rowell. And they're on their way out, an aggressive line, back through the...
Flanders, Ralph Smith. Rowell steps through traffic. Possession number 22 to... Against Ryan. Miller. Anderson tries to release Rowell. He's got Rioli on his hammer. That's smiling. Yes, it's enjoyable.
He's got him again.
Gets away from Rowell. Not an easy man to tackle. 5 goals to 0 for the term.
Under 2 minutes, 2 goals. Very possible. High contact. No time to...
His way through all those white jumpers. Got it on to Witts, to Ainsworth. His hand pass goes back to Rowell, kicks inside the forward 50. Is there a marker there? Tackle. Lets them roll. Anderson extracts it. Rowell stands up, shakes the tackle of Roberts. Puts the front for the Sydney Swans. Well, that's a dangerous kick. Broke it up. Walter forces it out. Here's Rowell. Gets on the move. Not a heap up ahead. Former leaders down to half forward. Here's Humphrey. Hand pass to the run of Rowell. Looks inside the attacking arc, and Walter. Swans playing from in front. Suns have been a pretty good second half team this year out of their 10 second.
And then in defence, they look calm. They look stable behind the football. They've just dominated.
Rowell sends a dangerous ball inside, and Ethan, in the end, broken up by his teammate King. Got it out to Rowell. Rowell pops it through. More of the same. It's not.
They would have gone with at the start of the game. Midfielders not getting their hands on the football.
Rowell looking for another stoppage goal. Feeds it to his mate Holman. He sizes them up. Dance. Rowell gets it going forward for the Suns.
And goes again. Coleman, he'd love in a game means as much as this lovely lunging tackle from those two. Ashcroft. Bones are rattling in this one. Rowell and Rayner. 6 more inside 50s. Not too much to show for it yet. Forward go the line. Sharp bounce. Rowell. This time it's McCluggage who's wearing him tightly, but he's on the board tonight. They lead by 17. Rowell, can he get a clearance? Well, he got it to Anderson.
You feel he'll get first hands to it more often than not, but he's going to have his work cut out chasing English around, and again, the quick kick. But again, he goes to Bontempelli. Rowell heard the voice of in front of family and friends, Fiorini and Rowell. Good passage by the Suns. And now Noble, same sort of thing, and strength from Noble to break out of the tackle.
To make sure that the opponent didn't get something on it.
Suns win this clearance. Anderson and Rowell, sweeping handball to... And the Dogs have kicked the last 3 to get back within 2 points. Rowell, terrific clearance when the handball was even better. Here's Closey. Noah Anderson, Rowell. Back to Closey on the left. A lot
kick out of the Suns' back line.
Yeah, he's been doing that all year. Ben Long having a sensational season. The Suns, Coleman, who again will want to turn back on his left, had some support in Rowell, who just has 2 steps and then has a crack, and that is some sort of finish as well from Matty Rowell.
The game, he's giving Bond a hard time here.
Now back over to the Dogs to see if they can respond. Here's Rowell again. The centre clearance, and again it gets not, has to commit to it. Got the fend off to just give himself enough separation. Rowell did nicely to get it back to fit to go through the corridor. Rowell's just spent the last minute all on his own at centre-half forward. This is a low dart, too much space. Find an uncontested mark. He just pops it up. Bontempelli got in the way. Walter again with another fist. Rowell sees the player in space.
His voice just puts it trickly towards Watson. He might have got taken home. No whistle. I thought there was a whistle, but wasn't as Carl Amon normally delivers.
That's the one where he was looking for a free kick even before he'd picked the ball up.
Go here. Humphries trying to get it out. Anderson was there. Rowell just bounced off the attempted tackle. Here's a low forward once again, picked up here by Closey. Quick hands, got it back to Rowell. Rowell gets around one. Handball back to Noble.
Example for him. Ooh, Powell gives out a very long ride. Lands in front of us just on the wing. Rowell, as always, bullocking. Bullock, who's being managed, knocked it down towards Water, stripped in the end, and Rowell just over the top, hopeful for Took. Pick away, 6 in 5 and 3 and 2 and Closey.
We start this 3rd quarter. Opportunity in there now for Anderson. Long handball. The run of Rowell is special. The left.
If in doubt, and take the contact that's coming.
Rowell took the contact and sped away. Sicily.
Ball spilt to McDonald. Handball went nowhere. Flanders handed it to Rowell. Rowell still got the little kick away. Clearing spot. Collins knocked it out to the safety. Here they go. Rowell over the top. Good look.
Pulls the ball forward. Miller to Rowell. Look at that. Steps through a couple, then feeds the handball down the line. Themselves. Flying was Walter. And Brosio couldn't get the handball away. Continues to search for it. Knows there's Hawks behind him.
He's kicked 2 goals with his 4 kicks. Not a bad effort. Out of the middle, Rowell with a nice little...
Suns the first 2 of the last. Trailed by 3 coming into the term. Lead by done yet. Rowell again breaks away from the stoppage to a very dangerous spot.
Spinning pirouette, magnificent. Rowell through heavy traffic, got it off here.
The left slipper into it inside 50. Over the head of King. Rowell, quick work to Anderson. Hunter Clark, a notable in today. Rowell spins his way out of a bit of chance. Handball inboards, and now movement to Rowell. Gives Long a chance. Volleyball tap towards Wilkie. He's grabbed by Rowell. Kick inboard, kept it in, but they've coughed it up. Anderson, Rowell, Suns with a chance again. Gives Hill a second opportunity. Hill wobbly one inside 50 and cut off by Rowell.
It wasn't Hill's finest 30 minutes, but geez, they're getting it in there.
Rowell, Miller
are floating through the centre.
Averaged 25 touches last year, Wanganeen. Anderson, Reed. Here they go, the Gold Coast through Rowell. Closey, Wilson, Jones. Gee, they're under pressure here. Suns everywhere. And So we kick off the second half. Rowell to Anderson. The first. Rowell over the top. Rowell. Miller. Marshall down. Rowell and Anderson. Centrally. Connell overran it. Coming through Boxall. Trying to make a difference since coming on. Rowell. Over the top, Fiorlapu's hovering. Hewland by hand out of the pack. Rowell was there. Hills kick, pinballs around. Rowell.
First game of the year and Swallow. And it's Jackson that's going to start in the ruck. Here is Jackson, the preferred start in the ruck, up against Witts. Rowell.
Kind of feel like Jed Walter's not far away from that kind of game, as well as Johnson is wrapped up quickly. Clearance 7 coming in. The next best was 84. And Rowell and Anderson are 10 and 11 for clearances. And Rowell gets that.
Long, stolen by Flanders. Gets it out to Rowell, spins, concedes some ground, goes back to 50.
There to go. He kicked one in the end, though.
Yeah, after 215 games or something.
Good old tilt.
And the last line of defence is all red for the Suns. Rowell took the bounce. Ryan tried to toe poke it on the volley. And it's a bit.
Fremantle's got a couple of them who, when they're in good form.
And Darcy. Here is Darcy. Oh, that's beautiful from Witts. What about the hit out? Straight without it. Tries to flick it back. Clark is good. Erasmus. Rowell.
I did check the video around a couple of times during your career.
And walk back out in the second half.
I'm going to have a big second half.
Every week for you, Brownie, every week.
Half time. This game's had a bit of everything, including Bolton getting more involved, but chopping it off is Rowell. That's exactly what he did. Lynchy, good call. As Rowell squared.
But he's been forced to punch quite a few today, as opposed to trying to intercept Markham.
With this wet ball, but he just keeps launching and keeps contesting.
Rowell, most of his back in the hands of Sarong. Good step by Reid, but great tackle by Rowell. Gone.
Still. Brayshaw, Noble, spun in a 360. Rowell, Powell.
As well to Noble, had a great start to his career at the Suns. Now to Rowell, who was warming up bare feet. Witts. #1 average for hit-outs in the league this season. Of everyone in one half of the ground. Humphrey tries to take on one too many tackles. Rowell might have got one high. The Suns will kick their second. We'll have a look again in a moment. Rowell pops it through. R3, Closey. Running out of room. Good tackling again.
It's good pressure, isn't it?
Yeah. Rowell pumps it out of defence. Walter
to the Gold Coast Suns. First possession, relatively even. So no one's.
Yeah, Cats kicked the first two. That was a game-high margin of 12 points. Since then, it's been very tight. Anderson, Rowell, nice step. Field troops. Kick fourth the afternoon. The Suns have to kick at least 3 more to win it. Again, Stewart is free.
Fusion down the other end.
Duck, they've never won here in Geelong.
For the outcome of that, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely you do.
We've seen that so many times.
Both players.
To determine what happens, yeah. Have the Gold Coast Suns. Inside there.
18 points, and the Giants stunned. Just over 2 minutes into the game, off the game clock, as Rowell gets it going forward again.
There was definitely a play on. The question is, who called it out? It definitely wasn't picked up. Leading from the front, he gives it to Long. They've had to break some tackles here. Rowell, eventually the loose player on the outside is Rioli.
Brown looks laterally, Ralston the target, and Rowell breaks it up. Knocks it away to his...
Over his shoulder. Might come back to the bite them here. Back up rucks. No real effect on the contest. Rowell the beast just tries to buzz.
O'Halloran, Bedford all amongst the ball.
Rowell through traffic, extracts it, the 1-2 with Witts, and now to Miller. AFL career. Here's Rowell. Got it out to Noble. They got to try and beat.
His combined scores, GWS, and they're fighting back.
2 goals in 5 minutes. And it's the Sam Kelly caught underneath. Rowell with strength roars through to Miller.
2 down at the last change. Suns out trying to win it back. Rowell to fly.
Goes back to those guns, young leaders in the middle, and here's one of them.
Rowell, hand pass out in front of Miller. They've got the game in hand against the Bombers. Now they're trying to pull it out of the fire, one which they once led by 29. Anderson to do more.
Witts, Humphrey, clean pick up by Toby Green and runs straight into Rowell.
7-point game. Madden wins the hit out. They all run forward. Rowell collects. High up and under out to half.
From last week. Might be still time. Bedford, who's battled his heart out. Rowell.
He shouldn't have anything to worry about there. Won't play on his mind, you wouldn't think. Rowell sends it back inside 50 to King. Position A on May. Noble feeds it further on Rowell. Goes with the short to long. And is that the grab, but he couldn't reach it. And Backscorn doesn't take that contested grab, even though hands on it. To not
create a turnover or at least a stoppage.
Rowell
can't have an uncontested.
Just try and lift their spirit.
Oliver nearly trapped that. Rowell goes and gets. He's a beast, as is Anderson. Keeps that alive.
Thankfully, he's getting up now.
Rowell normally works pretty well. It's 2-1. It's been a domination. Bowie braced for contact. The tackle machine wrapped him. Gone. So Matt Rowell. Yeah, if you don't look at the scoreboard, you feel like Melbourne's back in this game. Hard tackle on Langford.
Becomes jarring, doesn't it?
Yeah, transparency would be a good thing, you'd think. Just let the world know, hey, we're doing this because...
Enforce it a bit more stricter now.
Umpiring, it's a funny world, the umpiring world.
Well, who was that?
Anderson shoots it forward. Flanders goes back to Rowell. Closey pulls the kick combo back there, and May looks a little lost at the moment. Weller out of the middle. Jefferson muscled out of it by Reid, who was muscled out of it. Rowell goes and gets, runs the full circle, goes long towards, well, good at the 2 number 1 rucks back in there. Viney meeting that sandwich. Rowell pushes it forward, keeps his feet, feeds it further on. That's kind of been the tale of Melbourne's day. Rowell, clean-handed, strength, got to his feet. No, from the ball up. Miller, Rowell. Anderson with some...
So there is Moyle and Goldstein. There's Rowell doing what he does best. The highest pressure games in the competition in this first quarter. Essendon have gone toe-to-toe. They've matched them. Yulan got the fist in. Durham again with a ground ball. Rowell matches it, did really well. But they have the support. Perkins, Rowell. Straight into the arms of Matt Rowell, who has laid enough. Didn't take possession. He tried to tap it into the path of Long. Here is Rowell, staying at half forward, as we said. Hooks the kick to the advantage of Butterick. It was a brilliant kick. That was brilliant to put it to ground. And they respond. Rowell goes back into the centre bounce. Just 12 disposals for him. Rowell starting to get busy in his third quarter. Dinky little kick. And they took the advantage when maybe they shouldn't have, Essendon. And they might cop. Durham lays the tackle. Well, Flanders had to be good, and he was. And now the counter-attack could hurt here.
Speed, you're going to go straight to your spare, so you've got to find a way to use the ball.
Rowell with a red. Was our Kako PB possessions and score involvements. Nate Caddy and equal. Caddy continuing to present and work hard.
On a Ben King. Just ran into a stationary long. There's Rowell, handball forward, they go inside.
Always sort of a throw-in, a lot of wrestling, grappling going on. And a free kick spotted. Rowell's free kick. Can line them up from 45. Stars land the first blow. Kicks from 50, Matt Rowell. It looks pretty good off the boots. It's there. Suns get
this gain from those three, Hugh.
Oh, Howe has a fly. Couldn't pull it in. Rowell, it's Anderson. Cameron had it, lost it. Rowell hunts it. Look at him snouting the trough as always out the back.
In which Gold Coast transition through. Speaking of Matt Rowell, lovely handball to Took Miller. Oh, huge contact. Got it to ground. Got it to Rowell. after looking so dangerous prior to that.
Holding, Matt Rowell.
And Matt Rowell to make it a 40-point spread. And he slots it.
Just probably has to close that gap, King.
He kicks it floater.
Sack.
So crisp. Long run down. It has lifted.
At the moment, the Suns are making them retreat.
Rowell controlled a really difficult ball to Weller.
Typically penetrating kick. Maynard knocks it down. Rowell goes to work. Weller.
He did well. He got it to ground.
Oscar Elliott, enough heat on him. Out the full.
They need to understand. Wits up in front. Rowell charges onto it. Mitchell gets him. Strong tackle. Out to Noble. Kick into
the spot. Pendlebury. Anderson straight to Crisp. He tried to stiff arm. Matty Rowell.
Played and the Gold Coast Suns. Beautiful bounce. Big battle between Witts and O'Brien. Two of the prominent ruckmans in the competition, and Rowell picks up from where he left off last for the Suns. Dawson with that extended contract during the week. He'd probably like that one back again. Straight to Rowell into flank. Weapon today for the Adelaide Crows against an understrength Suns defence. So the big Bulls need to win it regularly out of the middle like that. Rowell then finds again Ainsworth, little mini win. Rowell, such a huge load they're going to have. And the Weber strength, well done Closey to hang on. Force the contest back. Powell to Rowell. Inside on the back. To the inside to Noble. They chain up the hands. Rowell. Herring after him was Rankin. Kick into the middle. 25 seconds. Anderson, they work around the coal face again. How sharp were those hands? Rowell just had to wait a moment for the traffic, and it was a kick in hope. He got a physical presence. Buttering to Rowell. Coming. Wrapped him up. Still didn't stop him.
Yeah, they'll be eyeing off a big tally here today if this continues.
That wouldn't have been their thought coming in.
No.
It's all about the W. Rowell.
Yeah.
Nice mark too. Drop-off handball to Rowell as he moved it forward. The Ainsworth give and Lombard. He's got a bit to contend with in the air. The keen fist is good again. Rowell reaches, flicks the handball. What a collect from Curtin after the fumble. And then Rowell able to put a semi-smother on.
Just scoreline is well below their usual weekly work.
Good at half-time for a score, wasn't it? Without a goal. The set up. Rankin teasing his way through, but even Isaac runs aground.
You got to take that risk.
The whistle was a bit late. I thought he was going to... It's in AFLW this year, Derm. That might be the trial for the men for next season. Not waiting for the rucks anymore.
Ainsworth just so difficult to take clean possession and get away from the pressure that's being applied. Humphrey.
At each other. Zorko and Ainsworth.
No, always is. So Rowell from a free kick and a set-up. He's identified a one-on-one and it favours Humphrey. So it was a big goal too late against Collingwood. There's one under his belt now. Rowell feeds it out. Farah. Rowell powering by to receive the handball. Out to Humphrey.
Brisbane Lions a sniff before half-time.
2 goals, 1 for both teams in this quarter so far. Rowell again in 3 years. Juggle from Adams. Rowell, hands so clean, enables him to do that. The forward to strike Collingwood next week, but that's a fair way off right now. The Suns have set them a big task as the third quarter begins. Davies to Noble. Had a loose, he had a couple loose, and it's Rowell really getting Andrew. Handling things very nicely. Witts again to Rowell. They keep
and Zorko, the way they just cut teams to ribbons with their kicking skills.
Rowell again. Somehow was able to shrug off to turn them inside out. Ashcroft, Rowell still managed to get it to coming across was Fort. Now Neil goes straight into Matty Rowell. Took a wrong turn. Teamed in there. Davies had the ball for a long time. Rowell offloads. Not quite for long that time. Starcevic kept him honest and now tries but fails to put a tackle on Matt Rowell. Unstoppable today.
It is. Just a powerful display in the centre of the ground. Yes.
Forward, isn't it? In the wet today, so it suited the smaller team, but gee, it's functioned well. Rowell, they're hunting more.
Could almost wipe the first minute and a bit off. These two teams, it's been turnover city. Rowell, who's in amazing form. Davies back after a year out. Amazing story. Ball slapped down towards Rowell. The clearance machine gets another one.
So he's started the season really well, had a few injuries, but good to see him back. The Tigers fans will enjoy seeing him do his work.
Rowell has a core strength, but doesn't roll out. That's the good part about it. No insufficient intent, but it's cut off again by Rowell.
Take advantage of your field position.
So Reed in the ruck now against Nankirva, so having some fun. Jeffrey feeds it on. And Rowell, just with brute strength, got it away.
Winning a gong.
That's a good point. Yes. Nathan Buckley. Great to have Bucks with us alongside a couple of guys. Gary Ablett Jr.'s up here as well. Having a look. Mac Andrew feeds that handball on. Rowell tracked it nicely. Hands it.
When that 2020 premiership occurred.
Starting to get the shakes just with your mention of COVID.
Oh, yes.
Did that really happen?
Sorry.
Rowell heads long.
He's the anti-Philthorpe, isn't he? He's he's the bull in the back of the square.
Can't get past the tackle machine, Matty Rowell, and here he goes. To set it up again, a little 1-2. Fiorini. Core strength like no other. But finishing in the 4 or finishing in the top 2 percentage.
A fall of possession.
So there's the percentage up to 124. But again, a reminder, the Suns have an extra game in hand on the other teams inside the top.
What should we be reflecting then?
Well, I mean, if you've beaten an opponent to take the mark, I suppose.
Well, there was contact from Brown.
They look unstoppable right now, the Suns. Rowell is getting clearances for fun.
Take that right now, the Blues.
Rowell hits it with some pace. Apparently not. Big Maxi Gawn in Sandlands. Rowell. Deep ball forward, long in good position.
If it gets to the outside, they're in a bit of trouble.
First tackle of the night for Harriet, career high 10 last week.
Found their next run with play. Caleb Strong last week. No, it's pretty good company.
And you do a couple of great.
Lead by 24 points. Wits in 200. Rowell.
Gold Coast, Rowell, advantage.
The first time he's got a free kick tonight. Not the first time he's just dumped it long down towards King. Nice feint of hand. He's got it again back from Rowell. Koning to the front. Witts spoils from behind. Oh, Rowell, look at him. He just powers through the tackle, takes a bounce, then drops it deep forward to King. That's A1 football. Had some injuries early on, playing his 99th straight game, Matty Rowell. Here he goes again. Look at him. Takes a bounce. He's got the confidence to run away just. Arches the back. Sends another ball inside 50 and long.
It's where he cut his teeth, Graham, right, as a list manager. And he'd love this bloke playing for him.
He's unstoppable. Shrugging tackles, sending another.
They get continued development into the younger players. And
make that 24 just. Rowell, as he's done all night, another inside. Little step from Lord. 2 behinds for the term. Nowhere the Blues. Rowell, another clearance.
And takes a bounce, backs himself in, has his mate Rowell in support, and now Miller for the 3. Which tries to get it to Rowell. With the strength to Andrew. Gets down low, Fonte there, long. This time, they can finish now through the superstar, Matty Rowell. That's better. If the ball can sit, Witts, he has players inside. They're still there. Rowell back on the field. Flanders. Find out what's happened there in a moment. Is now the Suns look to counter from halfback. Play Friday night against Port Adelaide. And what will be Ken Hinkley's last game as coach. Rowell was busy in that third. He is second in the Coleman medal. He's kicked 2 goals or more in 16 of 21 games this year. And he might be on the end of this one again. The Rowell clearance, Reed. Here's Rowell.
The Giants have looked really quick and their pressure. Look at the tackle count.
Holding Gold Coast. Advantage. End zone, end zone.
Rowell, now inside deep. Farrer again.
Likely All-Australian. Riley's a second ruck and has had 19 goal assists, whereas Georgiades has only had the 6. It's been a great season. Rowell powers out of the middle, uses his full range and goes long. Alir, long launch, Wits under it. Goes with the fist. Rowell front and square, caught, slung, got it to Weller. He's got no one to go too long. Back inside, might have turned it over. Rowell span into a jam, got it to Powell.
Noble slipped the tackle nicely, back to Rowell, goes inside 50, good looking ball. By the way, in the top 4 as well, with 151, extraordinary from both of those players.
Reaney, Jeffrey, Reed, sweeping hand pass, Rowell shoots it forward to Roberts. Roberts caught by Ainsworth. Rowell goes through with conviction.
Wits, McGrath, Davies, Anderson in there. Rowell following up the work. Al Hooley was sweating on him. Didn't make the most of the tackle. Yeah, he has been a marvel. And so is this one.
Was selected tomorrow night. You'd expect him to be a lot.
They are on fire here at the moment. Rowell again out of the middle and low.
Farrow up in front. Look at Rowell work his way through the congestion and slot a magnificent goal. Wits first hand to it. Anderson goes after it, gives it to Rowell, and they're involved again. Out towards Noble.
He'd be in a little bit of trouble. Rowell missed the tackle, able to slide off. Neat, not expecting it. Miller, Rowell, the push off. Can he go all the way? 48, he strokes it so magnificently. Failed to pick that up. Noble, Rowell. Uses his non-preferred side a lot, doesn't he? And does it pretty.
Now Miller, not 15, took the new in contact, got it off. Rowell's kick to Humphrey.
More than likely, but he's still holding his breath.
In the top 30 players of games all-time played.
And Stallion. He's a September Stallion.
Goodness
First
me.
kick and a goal, and the celebration was just as we wanted. Miller.
In the off-season. Advantage paid here. Jeffries goes to ground, gets it back up to Rowell. Fiorini now.
Superb knocking it down. Anderson, Weller, little chance for Rowell. Heard the call, knew Fiorini was there. Right boot
to the high pressure first quarter. Rowell comes away. Tumbles. And another stoppage. Rowell goes to work again. Just the brute strength to force his way out of there. The kick. Anderson flicked it to Rowell. Again, he works his way through attack.
Corngie, this is game 329 for the Suns. You mentioned it, a 7-goal second quarter. Just the 7th time.
A lot of luck too, home.
Banfield to belt it to the front. Rowell again.
The Suns are on the brink of being broken. Into the frame.
Anderson very, very high footy. Wits in there. Leicester did well to bring it to ground. The pace.
It's going to be a long night for the Brisbane defence.
Perfect bounce in the middle again by Andrew Stevens. Dunkley, quick hands. Rowell got in the way. Pushed off Ashcroft.
Brisbane, so Gold Coast got to lift their defensive action.
Rowell.
And leads up at the kicker.
King, we've said this before, Cornsey, unbeatable if he were on the lead.
Correct.
And put the paws out in front. Free kick going here, but he would be unbeatable. Why he doesn't bully?
Wow.
So here is Rowell. 45-metre kick. That's online. That's a goal. No doubt about it.
Up in the second quarter. Got to get him involved.
Yeah, he's a bit of an impact player, isn't he? It happens
Here he is.
in doses.
Field. McCluggage needs the bounce. He changes the angle to get away from Rowell. Rowell just... In a final in his 248th game, only the great Robbie Flower. 270 games, had to wait longer before in the coach's box. Biggest lead of the game.
Dived on it, dived on it.
That'll be ball then. You could hear the ump say he dived on it.
25 points down. It is absolutely nothing. Wits knocks to Rowell.
Listen to Miller, to Rowell. Rowell runs back into traffic. Was he legged? Yes, he was. Zorko.
Lohman off the front, squaring ball. Just got in the way, Rowell. Got a handle.
He's so clean. Hand pass almost to his own advantage. Rowell cracks in bull-like. Bounces off them too, Rowell, and kicks it beautifully into the leading.
In the race for the 2025 Toyota AFL Premiership. Gold Coast will bow out. Damien Hardwick.
That was out of bounds.
That was out of bounds. That was out of bounds. was out of bounds.